5,
4,
3,
dose,
1. Welcome to Roundtable Rankings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So today, Caleb and I are ranking our
Who
top
are you?
5. Oh, Caleb and Josiah. I'm Josiah.
Oh, yeah.
That's my name. That's Caleb, his name.
Hello.
He's actually the one drinking alcohol, not me. I'm drinking
Having a
tea.
wonderful glass of wine right now.
But
I hope
yes.
this goes a long time. I'll be drunk by the end of this podcast.
Oh boy. I hope we can get it done quickly. So yeah, today we're going to be ranking our top 5 favorite grass Pokemon. And
This has been a series we've been doing every other week.
This has been a series that we've been doing
jumping
every other
into
week.
Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We're nerds, but we're not the nerds that are ashamed to say that we're nerds, because we also play sports and we're nerds about a ton of stuff. Right. And we do so every other week.
We're nerds.
Yes, we're sport nerds, and we're Pokemon
play fantasy
nerds.
Football.
I don't know if that makes us nerds or not, but we also do know a ton about the rules, and we played all the sports and all these things. So now we're just compensating for us talking Pokemon. But
yes.
Yes.
I swear, we play sports too. I swear we do. Okay, we don't
I'm not
do
ashamed.
Pokemon.
I am not ashamed to be talking Pokemon, okay?
No, Pokemon's great.
Who
doesn't love Pokemon? I mean, let's be honest.
Pokemon started in 1995. That's when I was born. That's the year I was born. So do some math. That's how old I am. And, dude, that means me and Pokemon are brothers. We're brothers. We're not. It's not a girl.
Yes,
so
that is how that works. If you were born in the same year as someone, you are siblings. That is how that. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
So we're ranking the top 5. Oh, before, just can you tell them where they can find us?
Yes, they can find us on YouTube at Roundtable Rankings. They can find us on Spotify, Roundtable Rankings, and we have an Anchor website also called Roundtable Rankings. You can find us on Instagram at Roundtable_Rankings, and you can find us on Twitter at RankingsRound. Don't ask us why; it just is that way. I'll never know why.
Yoda. That's all. Our explanation is Yoda.
Our explanation is Yoda. We've talked about this.
Look at that, Star Wars nerds as well. Boom!
Yeah! Woo! In geography, I've got a map.
And a calendar.
For little kids.
That definitely has not been updated.
No. It just says spring.
It's officially summer now. So
we're past that. So anyway. So that's where you can find us. And so the way this works is we're gonna get into our honorable mentions.
One last thing. Sorry, one last thing. Okay, we changed our schedule.
Oh,
we used to do a once a week podcast where we do a top 5 ranking. We sit around a table and rank stuff, right? Round table ranking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, now we rank on Tuesday.
Yep.
And draft what we ranked on Thursday.
Yep. So this Tuesday, we're going to be releasing this episode. So, and then on Thursday of this week, we're going to be releasing us drafting our Pokemon team.
Yes.
So
with a guest.
With a guest who has been on the show before.
Yes, he's very good with Pokemon.
He's very good with Pokemon.
He puts us to shame.
Yeah, a little bit actually.
You got to go back and listen to that one. That was a ranking one because we didn't start the draft yet.
Yes,
so he's actually very excited for the draft.
I don't blame him. It's going to be very fun to create a grass Pokemon team. So
yeah, mine's going to be all your guys. But whatever. That's
okay. Well, that's up to We'll see. Anyway,
my Kermit the Frog meme.
Yes, the sweet tea.
With wine, though. With wine
instead of sweet tea. So you're like Kermit the Frog, but rated R.
I have to say, some people will say that you're a beta male because you drink wine. But I say this. Wine is healthier than beer.
And I say this. I can't drink either of them, so nothing.
Yeah, you can't drink, so stick to water, my friend.
Actually, I can legally drink. You can legally drink inside your own home if given to you by your parents.
That is true. Yes.
So I have tried beer and wine. And beer is terrible.
Yeah, beer tastes like pee. Not that I've tasted pee, but what I imagine pee to taste like. That's what it.
My brother's tasted pee.
Okay, let's rank Pokemon.
Moving on. Grass Pokemon.
I have not heard the story. Next time he's on the podcast.
No, not Daniel. Daniel, the little one. Timmy.
Oh, the littlest one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
That's even worse.
He
now
was
I'm just
really
sad.
Yeah, he was really, really young. It was kind of it was really funny.
At first it was funny. Now it's just sad. All right.
Anyway,
and I have a feeling that his older brothers fed him piss.
Actually, not on purpose, but yes, we did on accident.
I knew it. I knew.
It was technically my fault. At this point, I have to tell the story. What happened was I had to pee in the car. We had a cup. It's a Sonic cup.
I know exactly where this is going. Okay.
Peed in the Sonic cup. Timmy looks at it, goes, apple juice, and drinks my...
Oh my gosh. That is awful. Did he swallow it though?
Yes.
Lord help Timmy. And Lord help Josiah's brother. That is just so sad. I will give him whatever he wants from now on. Poor guy. All right.
Yeah, I feel bad about that one, even though it wasn't technically my fault. I do feel bad about it.
I'm going to climb out of this rabbit hole and start with my number 5 Pokemon, grass-type Pokemon.
Yeah. Wait. Honorable mentions.
Oh, dude, I do this every time.
Good.
I skip our honorable mentions every time. Okay, so I got to get my handy-dandy notebook. I guess I could do it on my phone, but my phone was almost dead, so I'm doing this, and I got to save my phone for pictures for the top 5. So Josiah decided that he was going to go with 4 honorable mentions. So I went with 4 honorable mentions. There is before I say my honorable mentions, the grass type, we're saying a lot of things before we get into this, but the grass type, there's a ton of Pokemon. And I think a lot of them are pretty cool looking Pokemon and legit Pokemon. So the makers of Pokemon, good job.
Good job.
Okay, I have Bayleaf, Bellsprout. Okay. I get made fun of for that.
Interesting.
I have a good story for Bellsprout, but you made honorable mention, so I can't tell it. Nuzleaf and Chestnut.
Okay. Well, Chestnut leads up my honorable mentions list, along with Shiftry.
Almost made it.
Decidueye. And Venusaur.
Nice.
So yeah,
Very
those are my honorable mentions.
Nice.
Ones that some of them I could have made the list, but I just yes, very nice.
Do you know what that's from, Josiah?
No.
No? Okay. Well, the listeners probably do.
No. That's going to be a repeating occurrence.
You need to watch Borat.
Yeah, I have not seen Borat. I have not ever seen Borat.
Okay.
He's the one with the beard, right? He's got a beard and hair.
Kind of? Yeah, like everyone else. Yes. Well, I guess not like eyebrows count as hair. and I'm definitely sure most men have hair below the waist, so not because I've seen it, but because I have. Okay.
You're a man. Moving on to number 5.
Should I start? Do you want to end with number 1, or should I end with number 1? Who got the number 1 last time?
I feel like I
Oh,
ended.
actually, Chris did because he did
Oh,
it
you're
with
right.
us.
Chris did.
Yes. So you can have your number one.
Okay. Okay. I don't think it's going to be an expected number one. So
Okay. That's pretty good. You know, it'd be really cool if we had the same number one.
that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
All right. So if I start with number 5, you'll end with number 1. Okay. So my number 5 is boom, Breloom.
Breloom.
Yes, Breloom.
Interesting. He looks like a olive.
He's, you could say that, but I'd say more of a mushroom.
That actually makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, Breloom.
Yeah.
Breloom. So if we pronounce things wrong, you know what? Deal with it because it's Pokemon.
It's confusing. We've struggled with this for the whole time.
Our entire life.
And it's not getting any better.
No.
So.
And we read well. So
Yeah, we generally read well. So
yes,
if we're wrong, shut up.
Yeah.
Sorry,
All right.
You can criticize us.
Breloom is Gen 3. Okay, so it came out in Generation 3. It evolves from Shroomish. Shroomish.
On shrooms.
Yes. So I actually didn't really know about
Mushrooms.
Breloom until Pokemon Go. When Pokemon Go is a thing. Like
Okay.
it's in 2020 now. I want to go back to the time where, you know, it was like the biggest thing of the year was everyone was walking around playing Pokemon Go. And people were complaining about that. That was the worst thing that could happen. Can we please go back to that?
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Remember when all the riots were people just
burn things?
Trying to get
trying to get Pokemon?
Trying to get Pokemon, yeah. It's like, move, I need to get a Pokemon. It's over there.
Yeah, that didn't happen. But, well, kind of for Breloom, maybe, because that's where I first ran into Breloom was in Pokemon Go. And I was like, whoa. I've kind of seen this Pokemon before, but I'm not too familiar with it. What's going on? So then I find out that Shroomish, who I knew of, that Pokemon I knew of, evolved into that. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
Right, yeah.
That lame Pokemon evolves into this cool-looking Pokemon. I mean, it's kind of feminine, kind of, but also my mind doesn't work that way. I think it's very masculine. Okay. Let me give you some stats on this thing. Okay. It has extendable arms. So I don't know if the viewers on YouTube can see, but those red claws there, okay, it's like a T-Rex, but except they could suck them in, right? Now they're T-Rex style, and then they can also extend them. So Breloom is primarily grass, I believe, but I also think he's got some fighting in him because he can box.
Interesting.
Which is very cool, and his punches are super fast.
So Breloom is essentially Plastic Man.
I don't know what that is.
Elastic, you know, the Fantastic Four, the stretchy guy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. I am really bad with movies and things like that. I just don't.
Well, I'm worse. So.
Yeah, you didn't know. You hadn't seen Borat. Actually, I watched Borat in my college English class. I had to watch it. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
That's college for you. That's college.
Yep, that is college.
And then
you want to know what happens in college? You watch Borat. And
then you have to write a 2-page essay on it.
Yeah.
People are like, you have to write 8 pages, 10, 12 pages. I had to write a 2-page paper on Borat.
That's the real crime.
Yes. So it has extendable arms. And for its size, they say it's very strong and fast for its size. So it's pretty quick. And the punches, I should say, are very quick. Boom, 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 boom. You know.
Right.
Probably didn't need to hear the boom. It
boom, 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 boom.
Yes. This is the coolest thing about Breloom. Coolest thing. It has the highest attack stat for all grass-type Pokemon.
Nice.
Boom. Bombshell. Drop the mic.
Nice. That is pretty impressive.
Now, if that is fake news, someone please message us, DM us, because I'd love to know, because that would ruin my top 5. But
Who cares?
yeah, Breloom has the highest attack stat in grass type Pokemon. Now that I think about it, I probably should have put it higher, but that's all right.
That would make sense. You just have to draft.
This is
them.
my list. I do what I want.
So, my number 5 is a Pokemon that I have never seen before making this list because he is in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and his name is.
You've never seen this Pokemon before?
No, I have not. His name is Rillaboom.
Okay, I've definitely never seen that Pokemon before.
Yeah.
What is that? Okay, we didn't preface this podcast with this rule, but there's no legendary Pokemon. Is that a legendary Pokemon?
I don't think so.
We don't even know.
No, there's groups of them. There's groups. It evolves. It evolves from Grookey and then Thwacky, and then it's Rillaboom.
Oh, it's a starter Pokemon.
Yes, I believe it is.
Oh, that's sick, actually. I really liked Grookey, and that was I saw those starter type Pokemons, and I never saw the whole list of Pokemon.
Yep. He's known as the drummer Pokemon, and by drumming, it taps into the power of a special tree stump, and the roots of the stump follow its directions in battle. So it attacks people with a tree stump.
So like Donkey Kong in the game in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Remember that used to be a special?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He had you had to hit the A right when he hit the drum and that thing would go out. That's what I'm imagining. That guy, that's what he does.
That makes sense. And evidently it says the one with the best drumming techniques becomes the boss of the troop.
That makes sense.
And Rillabooms have a gentle disposition and value harmony among its group.
No way.
Yeah.
That Pokemon does?
Yeah, the big silverback angry looking gorilla boy.
Yeah, holy cow. That is a sweet Pokemon, dude. I had no idea that it existed.
I know. I didn't know it existed either, but I like it. So there you go.
Thank you.
Here's a picture of him with his special tree stump.
That's legit, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah. So there's Rillaboom. Never heard of him before.
That is a really weird tree stump. So does he shape that tree stump into a drum?
I guess so.
Or is there a beaver type Pokemon that does that for him?
That's a good question. I don't know. It doesn't say. I would guess we'll just have to find out.
Is there a beaver type Pokemon?
That is a good question.
I don't know of one.
Guess we'll just have to find out.
Now
Beaver Pokemon, looking it up. Oh. Bidoof.
Oh, duh.
And Bibarel.
Bidoof is the strongest Pokemon ever. I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, I mean, he is. Bidoof.
All right, my number 4. Moving on to number 4. My number 4 is, I have always liked this Pokemon for a long time. This ranking was so hard to make. I just have to say that it was really hard to make. It was one of the hardest rankings we've had to do. My number 4 is Tangela.
He almost moved.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Tangela, Tangela, who knows? So Tangela is really cool. It's a Gen 1 Pokemon, and I love my Gen 1 Pokemon. Pretty much all of them.
That's good.
It's going to be hard. Yeah, it is good. It's going to be hard for people to pull me away from my Gen 1 Pokemon. But so Tangela is Gen 1, and then they added an evolved form called Tangrowth, which I was not very happy. I mean, I'm happy that they made it evolve, which I don't mind, because Pikachu is Gen 1, and he never evolves in the anime, but he can evolve into Raichu, and we've had a whole discussion about Raichu and
Raichu's
Pikachu.
cool.
Go listen to the Electric Pokemon podcast.
Yes.
But, I just wish that Tangrowth was cooler. It's kind of lame, in my opinion.
I agree, actually. Tangrowth looks stupid.
Yeah, so I had to go with Tangela. It's
got
called
big, weird arms, and they look stupid.
Yeah, So Tangle is called the Vine Pokemon. It was originally going to be named after Medusa, the Greek. Is it the Greek god
Yes.
Medusa?
Greek, well, not Greek god, but Greek monster, essentially.
That's okay. It was originally going to be named after Medusa, but they didn't go after that. They called it Tangela. So the vines on Tangela, right there, these blue vines, they cover the entire body except for these red feet or shoes or something. Well, what is that?
That's
So
very strange.
yeah, no one has ever seen the the actual body of a Tangela. Yeah, no one knows what it looks like. No one knows what's under there.
That's
So
very cool.
Isn't that crazy? So no one knows what it looks like. It could be the weirdest looking thing ever.
I mean, let's be honest, it probably is.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
definitely
do
is.
we know what Jawas look like?
From Star Wars? No.
Yeah.
I don't. Do
And
you?
maybe, no, I don't. Maybe Jawas and Tangles are the same thing.
Oh my gosh. I never thought about that. Tanglers and Jawas are the same.
Tangles and Jawas are the same thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Tanglers vines, while you look up if Tanglers and Jawas are the same, I'm just going to tell you about Tanglers and the creature that inhabits this vine thing. But the vines never stop growing. Okay, so there is a life source coming so that there's this life source that the vines are growing out of because they're constantly growing. Okay.
Right.
And the Jawas are hiding it in their robes. Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
So the vines can very easily be snapped off, be pulled off a Tangela. So that doesn't help you in battle, I would assume.
I wouldn't
don't know.
think. Unless,
Yeah.
like, it's like a lizard and they grab you and then you're like, bah.
Yes. So it's slightly painful for the Tangela, it says, but it's not that bad. And then that vine will grow back within 24 hours.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So it's not bad. And in Gen 1, there is only one pure grass type Pokemon, and that is Tangela.
Wow.
He was the only Gen 1 pure grass type Pokemon.
Are you sure?
That's what I read.
Gotcha.
Could be more fake news. So that's
What
why
about
we asked.
Bulbasaur, though? Is he not in
No,
Venusaur?
I think poison. Yes.
Poison.
Yes. Goose goes poison.
The poison for Cusco.
My spinach puffs. Okay, anyways. So, yes, that's Tangela for you. That's my number 4.
Okay, my number 4, Leafeon, the evolution of the grass type. Always got to add in the evolution, and I will make this short, but I'm just going to say
the evolutions are legit, dude. They're legit.
They are.
I mean, it didn't make my honorable mention. It was actually my next honorable mention.
right. It's the
not
evolutions,
honorable, but it's
close to honorable.
You got it. You got it on your list. I was too worried about it.
Yeah. Exactly. Leafeon and it's so Leafeons, they're pretty cool. They use photosynthesis to create pure, clean air. Like with its body.
Always need that. We always need that.
Always need it. So just get a ton of Leafeons and pollution solved. It's got it produces its energy supply using photosynthesis. So it's because it's closer, its molecular composition is closer to that of a plant than an animal. So it doesn't actually eat, it eats sunshine.
No way.
Yep.
That's legit. Okay, so for people that don't know, I, by day, am a farmer. Okay?
This is true.
So I deal with plants.
And by night, he's Batman.
I like to think. To my wife, yes.
Moving on.
Back to so that Leafeon, that its body is more what was the word you used? I'm sorry.
Molecular. It's molecular composition.
Molecular composition.
Or
So it needs a lot
cellular.
of hydrogen, Okay, carbon dioxide. Okay, so I'm just saying, like as a farmer,
Right.
we
Yeah.
put a lot of nitrogen and zinc and boron into the ground so that they can grow. So, okay, if I have a Leafeon, I'm feeding it nitrogen, zinc,
Oh,
boron,
you're right. And
potassium.
you're gonna make like a super Leafeon.
Dude, I'm gonna have a super Leafeon.
This is good.
Oh yeah,
This is good. Heck
this
yes.
is so good.
All right. And one other thing is, it's valued, the smell of its leaves are valued somewhere, and they make a perfume. And
Whoa. Wait. Do not just skip over that. Do not just skip over that. Because do they kill the Leafeon?
I don't know. It just says Galarians favor the distinctive aroma that drifts from this Pokemon's leaves. There's a popular perfume made using that scent. Also, I'm out of focus. There we go.
Okay, so it's just the scent that. How do they catch the scent?
I don't know. I assume they pulled the leaves off, but that doesn't seem very fun for the little Leafeon.
No.
Well, I mean, it could be like fur. If it's like fur, I mean, it wouldn't really hurt it.
Could you imagine being that guy? Your boss comes to you, hey, we want to hire you to catch the scent of a Leafeon. Huh?
It's like, what are you talking about? What scent? What do you mean? Imagine that in real life. The way that what that would be in real life is, hey man, we need you to catch the scent of a dog. We need you to get the scent of dog hair and grease and just all that. Put it in a perfume bottle and spray it on people.
No, thank you.
I'm good. Anyway,
sorry, go ahead.
last thing is his tail is sharp is razor sharp. It's like a sword. It's got a great cutting edge. It can slice right through large trees. So with his tail, he can cut down trees.
Holy cow! So it doesn't even need the attack Iron Tail. It just comes with the attack.
Yep.
It just go. Oh my god!
Just got whoosh,
right through it.
right through it.
Do you have to sharpen the tail?
That's
like as a trainer, do I have to go out with a big sharpening rock and?
It doesn't say that, so I think we're good. But yeah, Leafeon.
I do have to say, the evolutions are so sick.
They are. They're all either on. I mean, they've all been either on our honorable mentions list or on our list.
If you had to pick one evolution that has not been done yet, what would you do?
What do you mean?
Like, what type of evolution would you pick to do next?
Oh, like that hasn't been created?
Yes.
Well, there isn't a fighting one that I know of. There isn't a.
Well, no. Which one would you pick, though? Which one would you pick?
I'm trying to think what ones there aren't already.
I know what I would do.
I think I might have to go with. I might have to go with. Ooh. This is hard.
I am going with flying.
I thought about that.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm going with flying.
I'm going to go with dragon type.
Oh, so you get a flying plus more. Screw you, Josiah.
I was thinking about ghost, but dragon.
Oh, that would be legit.
A ghost evolution would be cool.
Oh no, Espeon is psychic, but I guess you could do more ghost.
Yeah. Well, because ghost is a different thing. And then light are light Pokemon a type?
I'm assuming that would be Jolteon.
No, well, I mean he's lightning.
What Pokemon is light? What's a light Pokemon?
I don't know. I feel like there's a light, but there's dark Pokemon.
There's no light Pokemon. There's fairy and electric, but there's no way.
I forgot about fairy.
Yeah, there's no light Pokemon. Well, fairy was added later, so I don't know if we'll actually rank fairy. Well, actually, that would be kind of fun because they all I'm not a fan of fairy Pokemon, but we could
You
do
know
it.
what would also be cool though? A steel type evolution.
I thought about that. That was my number
Yeah.
2 evolution.
That would be really cool. They need to get all these evolutions. I don't know what they're doing. They need to
Flying,
get bug,
steel, yeah, bug,
rock,
ice, rock. Yeah, dude, there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot.
dragon. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Poison.
Oh, no, they have a water.
Do they even have a
Uh,
ground? A
I
ground
don't believe
type?
so. I don't believe so.
I don't think they do either.
But yeah, they got a lot to do.
Yes, they do.
All right, which is good. I think they should, instead of making 2 every, well, they're not making an evolution every time now. I mean, I wouldn't know because I didn't even know about that monkey Pokemon. What was that monkey's Pokemon? What was the monkey Pokemon's name?
Rillaboom.
Rillaboom.
Yeah.
Rillaboom without the go. So the Rillaboom, not the
Yes.
Gorilla Boom, but just the Rillaboom.
Just the Rillaboom.
All right, my number 3. Number 3 is one of your honorable mentions, and that is Decidueye.
I thought he might be on your list. He
Yes.
is very cool. I will say that.
Yes, he's super cool. And actually, the reason well, let me back up. Okay. So I got he's very cool. I got the game, Sun and Moon on DS. First Pokemon game I've ever owned. First DS I've ever owned. Okay. But I got it for Pokemon. And then the new Sun and Moon came out, and I was like, okay, I'll get it. Whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So my starter was this Owlet, the first, of the
Evolution?
the 3 the evolution. There's the first evolution. Then there's a second one. I forget what it is, and then it's Decidueye. I picked that one because I feel like that was the only cool one. It was the Fire Cat, and then the Water Seal, and then Decidueye, or the owl. Very cool. Okay, so it's Gen 7. Okay, I'm going into my notes here.
Right.
So Decidueye actually creates a bow out of his wings and then will shoot his feathers as an arrow. How legit is that?
That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
I didn't know until I was, doing research for this podcast. I actually do research, okay? I put the time in.
I look them up and then open up the website and go.
And I should say, I'm going to be honest here because I can tell no lie. Josiah and I do this right before the podcast.
So, by the way, when I said I had never seen Rillaboom before doing research for the podcast, I meant I have known about this Pokemon for at least 5 minutes. Because I made my list and we started.
Yes. So I mean, I made my first 3 during work today because as a farmer, like I drive
a lot of time.
I drive, and then I was driving tractor today. So in the tractor, I was
You
scrolling through grass type Pokemon.
You have a lot of time to think and look at
and
stuff.
during that time, I got 3 Pokemon in. So, Decidueye was one of them. But okay, so it fires its feathers as arrows. However, because of its size, it is not a good flyer, which surprised me.
That is interesting.
Owls. I was watching. It was either Animal Planet, Discovery Channel, or National Geographic. One of those channels. They had something on. Birds of prey. Okay,
Gotcha.
and kind of birds in general. And now this is back to the real world. Okay, this is real world stuff.
Yes.
They put like a super highly sensitive. Is this English? A highly sensitive mic in a room with these birds and like a wind tunnel, and had the bird fly and put the mic up to it, and it could sense how loud the flapping of the wings was. The wings were. Pigeons, of course, the loudest. The rats of the air, right?
They're the worst.
The quietest flap. The quietest
Owl?
flap in owl. Okay, so
Dang.
that surprised me. So even
That's
if
cool.
this Decidueye is terrible at flying, I am still assuming that it is very quiet.
Flyer.
Yes, it's a stealthy flyer, but who knows if like what that poor flying means. Okay. It can shoot that feather, right? I mentioned it could shoot its feather. It can shoot its feather half a mile. Okay, and be accurate. So not saying it can shoot farther, but it's not accurate.
Right.
But it can shoot up to half a mile and be accurate. So imagine just getting hit with a feather a half mile.
You're just standing there. It's like, thunk,
yep.
Ow. Like way off in the distance.
Yep.
Is that
so? By saying like half a mile away, the Decidueye is very stealthy. It does not want to be seen. When caught by surprise, Decidueye panics. Okay, so it's not a good Pokemon when surprised.
Gotcha.
Maybe if you have another stealthy Pokemon that sneaks up on the Decidueye and pounces,
right?
The Decidueye, it panics. Okay, I don't
That's
know what it means.
That's interesting.
I don't know what it does when it panics, but it panics.
It just panics.
Yes. Okay, so it can knock an arrow in 1/10 of a second. 1/10 of a second. That is insanely fast. Wha-bam! Right? Crazy fast. Okay.
By the way, if you're listening to this on Spotify, you're missing out. We both just imitated knocking an arrow in 1/10 of a second on YouTube. So,
yes. We are. So, people don't know this. Our mission is to bring joy, laughter, and smiles to people through this podcast.
We enjoy it.
And to find the most joy and laughter, you got to go on YouTube and hit the subscribe.
Yep.
Okay.
What do you do all day? For me, it's watch YouTube. So,
okay. This was the crazy part about this research, right? I do more research into Pokemon than I ever did in college.
Okay.
Decidueye was considered for Smash Bros. But however, the company or Nintendo or whoever made Smash Bros. Decided to go with Incineroar instead.
That I could have been saved so much annoyance at my little brother had they just picked Decidueye. Let him shoot arrows from across the map.
We actually have it on our spreadsheet, top 5 least favorite Smash Bros. Characters. Incineroar will be on that list. Just a heads up.
Will be on that list. So I'm not saying he's going to be number 1. I'm not saying he's not going to be number 1, though. He's going to be on the list.
Yes, he's going to be on the list. And I would have much rather had Decidueye. It's a shooting Pokemon. And especially when you're playing Smash, how can you not like a shooting character? Just keep people away, get their damage up, pew, 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 when you're knocking an arrow at 10th a second.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been sweet.
That would have been great. That would have been absolutely awesome.
I want them to make it. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, Decidueye, he reminds me of Ranger's Apprentice.
Okay. I could get behind that.
Which is a book series that we both enjoyed.
Yes. I very much enjoy that comparison, Josiah.
Thank you. I quite enjoyed both of those things.
Of that. Yes. I would love if they made okay, so Pokemon just came out with a new game, right? Game. It's like a League of Legends junk game.
Okay.
I'm getting very annoyed by the games that the Pokemon company's coming out with. They're boring. Okay. The game that they need to come out with is like a Capcom, Smash Bros. Type game, but they actually made like the Pokemon tournament game.
Yeah.
And there's a few Pokemon here and there. They need to come out with a game that has every single Pokemon in the game and needs to be a fighting game.
I can get behind that. A Brawlhalla kind of Smash Bros. Kind of that kind of thing. I could absolutely get behind that.
And you got to pick 6 Pokemon, right? So the Pokemon League is 6 Pokemon, right? You have 6 Pokemon registered. You can fight with 6 Pokemon.
Good idea.
You fight with 6 Pokemon. So like Capcom games, I don't like Street Fighter, things like that. You got your team, right? You could tag in and out, right? Same thing, but every single Pokemon Smash Bros. Style.
Yep.
Sounds
great.
I'm a nobody, and I can think of that. Come on, Pokemon.
Come on, Pokemon.
All right, you're number 3.
Anyway, my number 3. My
That
number
was the
3.
longest number, like
That was
longest ever.
Yeah, this is going to be a long episode. We're
Like,
really on a roll. By the way, we're not doing this on the Tuesday that we usually would be doing it on Tuesday and releasing it on Tuesday. But it's going to be released on Tuesday.
yes.
We're doing it on the previous
Friday.
Thursday.
I don't even know.
I
don't even know what day it is.
I don't either at this point. But anyway, my number 3, Sceptile.
Oh, another good Pokemon, dude. Another good Pokemon.
Sceptile. He is I love him. He's cool. He's super agile.
I love that whole evolution.
Yes. From the what's the first one? Trico, Grovyle, and Sceptile. forgot which one it was. But yes. He's got apparently I didn't know this. He has seeds growing on his back, like the things on his back, the yellow things, they're seeds. And apparently they have tons of nutrients.
Come for that? Oh.
Apparently they have tons of nutrients in them that revitalize trees. And he raises the tree, like he raises a forest. Like essentially he'll raise trees in the forest.
So he plants the seeds and then he like creates forests.
I guess so. Something like that.
Also, I just realized you could tell that I'm a farmer. Look at that. Look at that farmer's tan.
Wow.
Sorry, go ahead. Sceptile.
That is, yes. Anyway, speaking of like last time, the tail could cut down trees. Oops, punched my mic. This one, the leaves that are on its arms, it's got these 2 leaves on its arms, and they can cut right through thick trees. The leaves on its arm.
Wow. He's like the Jango Fett of Pokemon.
He really is.
Yeah.
But yes.
We're nerds.
Yeah, I mean, there's no denying it at this point. But yes, it leaps, and apparently it's a very agile jumper and stuff, and it just goes kind of like a monkey. So it's pretty cool.
That's legit.
Pretty cool. But yeah, that's Sceptile, number 3.
Number 2. Moving on to our top 2. Okay, we have this was really hard for me. Okay, once I got to the top 2, I struggled a lot, and especially at number 2, because there were 3 Pokemon I was picking from at number 2. Bulbasaur is my number 2.
Well,
and what? Huh?
Bulbasaur is my number 2.
I think that's 2 in a row. We've had something at the same spot.
At least one at the same spot. That's pretty impressive.
Well, we had a beach volleyball at number 4. On the last one, we did Summer Olympic Games.
Right.
Beach volleyball was number 4. Now we got and whoa, what was that? Anyways, Bulbasaur is another Gen 1 Pokemon. Like I said, I love my Gen 1 Pokemon.
Gen 1 Pokemon, yes.
I don't feel like I represented the Gen 1 Pokemon well in the grass type. But anyways, Gen 1, I struggled on picking Ivysaur or Venusaur. I wanted to do the whole evolution, but I know we've done that in the past, and we're like, but is that really count? So
right.
So I went with Bulbasaur because he's the OG. So Bulbasaur, yeah, he gets energy from his bulb. So Josiah, let's both talk about Bulbasaur here. Let's both give out facts that we found. I'll give out one, then you give out one. He gets energy from his bulb.
Okay. The seed grows progressively larger by soaking up energy from the sun.
No way. I didn't find that.
Yeah. Apparently it gets bigger and bigger. I don't know how that works. If it gets too big, well, I guess he evolves.
Okay. I tried to show the picture on YouTube, and it just was a fail. Boom.
There we go. Boom.
There it is. All right. So, where are we at? The bulb goes through photosynthesis, and by going like Leafeon, by the bulb going through photosynthesis, Bulbasaur gets energy.
That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I didn't know all this about like these grass type Pokemon that can like self-sustain. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. Are they
It
like
is a little scary.
infinite, immortal?
Immortal?
Unless they're killed by other Pokemon, like we've talked in the past.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really talk about. Does the Pokemon thing ever talk about Pokemon getting old and dying? It never really talks about Pokemon dying, does
I've
it?
never heard of that. No, in the anime, never. You don't know that Pokemon die. When you
Right.
look things up, you find out that Pokemon eat other Pokemon, and they're actually hunted and things like
Right.
that.
Yeah. So okay, interesting. So next thing about Bulbasaur is I had it. Just give me a minute. Hold on.
Can
Oh,
I
it
say?
also stores energy in the bulb, so it can go days
Okay.
without eating anything at all. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing
Wow.
you said.
Bulbasaur is
you just finished
extreme.
this out.
Okay, I got you, bro. Bulbasaur is extremely loyal. Okay, so that's why he was chosen as a starter in Gen 1
That's
because
good.
they are extremely loyal. However, they are extremely rare in the wild. Bulbasaur are mainly bred on farms. Yes, so they're extremely rare to come across in the wild. And so if you see one, it's typically owned by a trainer.
Right.
Another silly thing that I saw is that forgive me, Niue, it's an island northeast of New Zealand.
Okay.
Did you see this?
No.
They actually made a currency. Okay, coins. They made a coin that is actually used by I don't know if it's made on this. It's used on this island. The island's population is 1,600. Okay, very small, smaller than the town I live in. I live in a small farming community, smaller than this farming community, 1,600 people, and they actually made coins with Bulbasaur, Squirtle. Sorry, go ahead. Niue. Niue. Okay. It is northeast of New Zealand. Bulbasaur, Charmander. Oh my gosh, my camera's falling. Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, and Meowth. They have different coins, and they're on these coins, and they actually use that as currency. How cool! They actually use
that is really cool.
Coins.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
that is really cool. I want to move to Niue.
Yeah.
Niue.
Another thing about Bulbasaur that I think most people know if they're fans of Pokemon, and if they're fans of Pokemon, they're listening to this podcast because a regular person probably is not listening to this podcast.
That's true.
Bulbasaur is the number one Pokemon in the Pokédex. He's number one.
Number one.
Yes.
Which, in all fairness, I feel like that should have been given to Pikachu. But it wasn't. It was given to Bulbasaur.
I think the decision to make Pikachu like the logo for Pokemon came after all that.
Yeah, I really I don't think Pikachu. I think he kind of like Ash picked him in the Pokemon in the anime, and then
they had him pick Pikachu, and then it
just kind of went
And then they said, you know what? Let's just have Pikachu be a BA and crush it.
Crushes everyone. Yeah.
Yep. Two more things. This amazed me, blew my mind. Ivysaur. Oh my gosh. Bulbasaur is based off of a frog. Did you know that? That Bulbasaur is based off of a frog. I had no idea. I didn't know he was based off of anything. I thought he was based off of a bulb or a plant.
Yeah.
He was based off of a frog. And when the creators of Pokemon were drawing the Pokemon, they actually started with Venusaur, right? They drew up Venusaur, then they drew Ivysaur, and then they drew Bulbasaur. So Bulbasaur was last.
That's very interesting.
Evolution, which I assumed, and you know what assuming means. It makes a blanket of you and me, right? When you assume, I thought that they started from the beginning and then went up the evolution, but they went backwards.
Right. I mean, that would have made sense.
Evolution. Right. So that Bulbasaur, my number 2, and he's probably the OG grass Pokemon.
Oh, he is definitely the OG grass Pokemon, but I mean, you know,
Are there
what do you?
any? Why did you put him at number 2? Is that pretty much why he's the OG grass Pokemon?
Yes, because he's just the OG grass Pokemon. Absolutely, I love the Gen 1 starters, and I love all of them. They're great, and yeah, so Bulbasaur was an obvious addition to the list, and I put Venusaur, as I said, in the
You did. You
honorable
did. I
mentions.
remember that.
And because I just didn't know what to do with Ivysaur and Venusaur, I was like, I love them all, but Bulbasaur, I think, is he's just the OG, so I just had to put him. I had to put him at number 2, and yeah,
I just thought of another episode we could do. Top 5 starter Pokemon.
that's a good one. Anyway, sir.
Oh, I gotta do number 1 because you're ending with number 1.
Well, first, what is an
no.
item close to you that? What was it? What's the thing? Story means something.
It ranks number 1 of the items ranked next to me.
Yes, the number 1 item ranked next to you.
Wine, baby.
Wine. Nice.
This is a Baker. It's made by Baker and Brain.
Baker and
It
Brain.
is a
Never heard of
2007
that brand.
2017 Gruner Veltliner. I should have saved this for
Never
our
heard
next
of that
episode.
wine.
Yeah, most people haven't. It's very good. It's a white wine. I should have saved this for Chris because he's a wine guy too.
Yes. Yes.
But Baker and Brain is a winery in the Central Coast of California. So like Pismo Beach, or people know of Cal Poly, the College of Cal Poly. That's the Central Coast. Baker and Brain is 2 guys. Actually, that's the last name of the 2 guys. And I worked for the Brain side of it, that family.
That is pretty cool.
Yes. So I went to college, actually. I'm giving way too much away, but I went to college and I was working on my bachelor's in enology, which is winemaking. So I worked.
Drinking.
Yes. And I went to Fresno winemaking or wine drinking, both. But I went to Fresno State University. If you can't really see that, but I got a story about that banner right there, but I'll save that for next episode. He was the head winemaker there, and I worked for him at Fresno State. I was the head winemaker's research assistant. And so he was working on his PhD, and so I was helping him in that and doing research and just helping out in the winery and making wine and stuff. And so I got to support my man. He was after my dad, he was my first boss. He was the first person to give me a check other than my family. So I got to support him. Yeah. Baker and Brain, Gruner Veltliner, 2017.
Baker and Brain.
Very good. Yes. But I'm not drinking all of it because I got to save some for the wifey. You know, we both got to drink at the same time too. So so I got my glass here and I actually finished it and I'm not pouring myself another glass. Just for all you husbands out there, remember, save some wine for your wives.
Especially
your wives.
Wine, apparently.
Wives.
Anyway,
right.
My number 1 item is something I should have gone with a long time ago, which is my bracelet.
You know, I have noticed you twirling that around, and I'm sure the people on YouTube have noticed that too. You've been playing with that thing for a while.
I've been playing with it for months. This bracelet was given to me by my girlfriend a couple days after we started hanging out, and I have worn it every day since then.
That fast. It got serious that fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you wear a bracelet now. You are a man and you wear a bracelet.
That's correct. And I like it.
What does it say? What does it say on your bracelet again?
It says my name. It says Josiah. Wait.
The other question I have is,
nope, that's upside down.
Why didn't your girlfriend put her name on it?
That would have at the time we weren't dating. So
she made it as a kind gesture.
Right. She was making it and then I,
And now you wear it to keep her happy.
Yes.
Yes.
I also enjoy it though. No, I enjoy wearing it. I
Kelly,
play with
please
it.
turn off the podcast now.
I play with this a lot, so it's like my my fidget cube.
Oh, it's your
thing.
fidget. Oh, this is your remedy for your ADHD.
Yes.
Yes. And actually, Josiah and I have actually talked about this. We suffer from ADHD.
Probably. Haven't been diagnosed, but
we are self-diagnosed. We
self-diagnosed.
I know myself, and I know Josiah, and that is both. That is true. We both do.
Yeah. I've known kids that were diagnosed with ADHD that were like the same as me, pretty much.
Yeah, or lesser of you.
Yeah,
they were a lesser of you. Yes,
exactly. I literally have been having conversations, and I'll see something and I forget completely.
Oh my gosh, look what's outside.
Yeah, exactly. I remember one specific time because my dad always talks about it. It was we were in the doctor's office and my dad asked me a question and I was telling him, and then I looked at the ground and I saw a spider and I was like, oh my gosh, a spider. And I completely forgot about the conversation we were having.
So maybe it's not ADHD. Maybe we're just completely stupid.
That is very possible. That is, I think
for our stupidity, we're just going to label it as ADHD. Yeah.
Yes. We're going to call it that so that we have something to blame on.
All right, on to number one.
Number one.
Uno. My number one. When I make these lists, it's usually the first thing I think of is my number one right away.
Right.
Most of the time. And I think there's only been once or twice where I sit down and really have to think about things and rank them out and think about the reasoning behind it. But this was one of those times was boom, first thing that came to mind. Yes, this is the grass Pokemon that is number one. And my number one grass type Pokemon is Trico.
Why, there you go. I figured Trico is probably going to be it.
Yes, Trico is. I'm sorry. I did not have my image pulled up of Trico quite yet, but this is Trico, and Trico. Oh my gosh, he's on the next page. Trico is Gen 3. Okay, so he's Gen 3. And when Gen 3 was kind of the last season as a kid that I was into like hardcore. Okay, and I thought Trico was just a bad bad mother trucker, right?
Right, yeah.
And Trico was awesome. Okay, so this was weird, I thought. I found he's a wood gecko Pokemon. When do you remember seeing Trico with wood or anything like that?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't.
Wood Pokemon. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I see what I mean. See, no one's ever seen Trico around wood or anything like that, but he's the wood. Yeah. All right. So Trico climbs walls. He climbs walls. He's a gecko.
Walls.
He climbs walls. He's a gecko Pokemon. He can climb up everything, right? He sticks to everything. He climbs it all. Okay.
Nice.
Trico is one of the most calm Pokemon there is. Okay. He never panics.
Oh, wow.
He will.
So
yeah.
he's the opposite of Decidueye.
Yes, he's the opposite of Decidueye. But only that Decidueye is if he's surprised, right? So you got to surprise him. Okay. So like Trico, I read this thing. If it's staring a Blaziken in eye to eye, right? A Blaziken, right? Super strong Blaziken, stare him in the eye. The Trico is going to walk right up to the Blaziken and stare him right in the eyes.
That is
boom, man.
Cool.
Bring it on. And that is the Pokemon I want on my team. I want Trico. Okay.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah, it never backs down.
That is pretty cool.
Yes. However, Okay, here. So I talked about the positives. Here is the negative side of Trico. Okay, we're not like a biased news source here. We cover everything. Okay.
we have the good and the bad of both
Yes,
sides.
we hit both sides. Trico has the lowest defense stat of all unevolved starter Pokemon. So he has the worst defense stat of all starter Pokemon.
That's not good.
No, but he's super quick.
Oh.
Super quick. Okay. So he can dodge, and the dodging and the agility, and it's all there.
Quicker attack.
Right. But if he gets hit though, there could be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, but you can't get hit if you attack first and knock the pants off them. So
That's right, baby. That's Trico, number 1. Let's go, Trico.
Trico. Well, I'll tell you this. My number 1 wasn't the one I immediately thought of, because the one I immediately thought of wasn't a grass type Pokemon.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
No,
Can I know that Pokemon?
that was embarrassing. Scyther.
That's not a grass type Pokemon?
That's not a grass type Pokemon. It's bug.
Is it bug? Wow.
Bug type.
Interesting.
Love me some Scyther. And I was like, yes, favorite grass type. Absolutely. And then I was like, wait, it's not. Because it's not a grass type. So I got my next favorite grass type, and that is the one, the only, the thick Torterra. He is
Torterra.
love Torterra. He is the evolution of Turtwig. And here's a picture of him.
Yes.
And also, I mean, I know we're not supposed to talk about megas, but Mega Torterra is freaking cool. That is Mega Torterra. Just
Holy cow, that is legit.
I know, right? It looks awesome. She just made that Torterra. But I still like Torterra. Right? And so small Pokemon sometimes live on Torterra. They'll make their nests on top of Torterra. And according to this site, some Pokemon are born on Torterra's back and live their entire lives there.
No way.
That's what it says.
How big are Torterras?
Well, see, that's what I thought. And I looked it up, and they're called the continent Pokemon, but it says their height is 7'3" and they weigh 683 pounds. So I feel like that's a little overstated.
Well, that's their height. What's their length?
I don't know.
Width?
I mean, that's a good question.
I
don't know.
What you said, 7'3"? They're 7'3"?
That's what it said, yeah.
That's not that. I mean, that's big, but that's
real big.
There are people on Earth taller than that.
Right, yes. Hold on. Why are Torterra?
I mean, I watched Detective Pikachu, and they were using like steroids to make Torterras absolutely ginormous. And they were ginormous, and there were Pokemon living on them and running around. It was crazy. But yeah, the reason Torterra didn't make it on any of mine was because I thought I kind of think he's overhyped. Because, sorry, Josiah, but I think it's kind of basic to put him at number 1.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Because I feel like everyone would.
I don't know. I'll say this.
I don't know. Maybe everyone puts Trico as number 1 too.
But as you know, I was not really a part of the whole the Pokemon community. I've never really known a lot of anybody, so I don't know. That could be, but I've never heard other people talking about Torterra. So I don't know, but I do know that I love Torterra. He's pretty freaking cool. He's just a massive, huge Pokemon. He can step on your face, and apparently he's a continent.
Right, and it's your ranking. Right, it's not anyone else's ranking. When we get to drafting, then we got another story.
Right, yeah,
because that's a totally different story.
Then I got to deal with other people.
This is your ranking. Yes.
Right. So, and one other thing, or a couple other things. Ancient people used to think that a giant Torterra lived under the ground. A gigantic Torterra.
So basically, all the land on Earth is basically Torterra.
That's what they think. That's what they thought. They're not. No one thinks that anymore, apparently.
Oh, well,
And groups of
it-
this Pokemon looking for water, migrating, have been mistaken for moving forests.
oh my.
Yeah,
In California,
like
we've had a
McBee.
surge of earthquakes recently. Maybe it's Torterra's moving.
I bet it's Torterra.
Just a thought.
Or, what we talked about last time with the dark type Pokemon, that's probably who it is. Tyranitar. Because he tears stuff down,
Yes,
the mountains
yes.
or whatever. Yeah.
My gosh, how does anything in the Pokemon universe survive with Torterras and Tyranitars?
I've never known.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
crazy,
know.
man.
But apparently, the Torterra is a very offensive Pokemon. Not offensive, but offensive.
Got it.
Yes.
Not offensive, but offensive.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
offensive, offensive.
Offensive. Yes.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Got it. Yeah. All right. Well, where's our number ones? Trico and Torterra.
Yeah.
And
My top five. Caleb's top five was Breloom at 5, Tangela 4, 3 Decidueye, 2 Bulbasaur, 1 Trico. Josiah, what was your top 5?
Josiah's top 5. Number 5, Rillaboom. Number 4, Leafeon. Number 3, Sceptile. Number 2, Bulbasaur. And number 1, Torterra. Tell us how you think we did on our lists. Let us know what your top 5 favorite leaf Pokemon, grass type Pokemon are. and look out for the drafting, the grass type Pokemon that's coming out.
Yeah.
Draft
Thursday.
We
made it. Remember, Instagram, roundtable_rankings, on Twitter, rankings round. And we're on Spotify, and we're on YouTube at Roundtable Rankings, and we're on Anchor.
Yep. And that is it. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.
Peace out.